Vaughn from 360 Magazine, and I just wanted to talk to you today about some of the most, some of the amazing things that you've been doing lately, particularly your
Awesome.
music. I love your new song, by the way. I was like, whoa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm a huge EDM person, and your
Mhm.
song is a mixture of alternative and it's got a lot going on. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I know that you wrote this song, Hurt a Little. It's about a friend that you no longer speak to.
Yeah, it's kind of about everybody in my life, I guess. It was never really specifically about one person. It was kind of just about the feeling and how I felt it multiple times.
Oh, okay. So you wrote all these lyrics yourself?
Yeah, I did a writing camp with a bunch of other writers, and we had a bunch of different rooms, and this writing camp lasted like a week long, I guess. And I went between each room. One room had like my producers and a couple writers, and then the other had just a bunch of writers that I've never met before. And I just told them all of my stories. And then we got to create a bunch of new music. And we probably made like 4 songs a day with 2 rooms in there, which was crazy. But yeah, I I love that though. It was so fun. I don't know.
Nice. And where was this writing camp located?
It was at my producer's place. I've
Oh,
known them.
wow.
Yeah, I've known them for like 8 years. So they like set the whole thing up. And my music manager at the time set the whole thing up. But yeah, it was really great. I got to meet so many new writers and so many new producers. It was amazing.
And music isn't new to you because you were involved with a band and you traveled. What were some of the most I guess some of the most exciting things when you toured?
Um, I I was in Kids Bop when I was like 11, yeah. And I actually quit before we toured. So I had to do the whole I quit in like June of summer, and it was still fun because I got to learn how to get ready for tour when I was 11, and I spent like literally every day of the week in the studio with all of my friends, and we all had to like practice so hard. I learned how to be professional, when I was 11, which was great. But I did sadly leave before I went on tour, so I never experienced that in Kids Bop. But I did do a couple of touring performances before COVID hit in 2020, like around March. So that was super fun, but then we had to stop because of COVID. But yeah, that was super fun.
What were some of your most memorable moments?
Um, I don't know. Honestly, the whole thing. I was actually just talking about this with someone how I remember being on stage and I had like super spiky shoes, and this was in like 2020 performing. I had super spiky shoes and I had leggings, and I'm like pretty tall, so all of my leggings don't really fully go down to my ankle. So I always do this thing where I take like my feet and I like kind of push them down if they start like coming up around my ankle. And so I did that on stage without thinking anybody would notice. And then my spiky shoes tore a whole huge hole in my pants. And it was just so bad. Nobody noticed on stage, but when I walked off stage, I was like so upset because I was like 13, I was like, oh my God. It was literally the first performance too. And it was like my stage outfit. So I was like so annoyed. But yeah, probably that.
Wow. I would never have thought that you would have a story about going on tour at 11.
Yeah.
But but the coolest thing, I don't know if you're a Beyonce fan, but I got to check out Beyonce, and I don't know. I think I'm becoming a huge fan of Blue Ivy.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
she's
think
great.
yeah, right. I thought, and so when you said that, I was like, oh my God, that's probably what Blue Ivy was thinking. So,
Yeah,
and what she's doing right now. And then look at you. And then how tall are you now?
I'm 5'7".
Wow, that is tall.
Yeah. So pants never really fully go down. It's very difficult to find pants that go all the way down to like my feet. So that was a little bit difficult, but yeah. No, I saw a Beyonce concert for her birthday though.
Oh wow, yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
one in Charlotte.
Okay.
We yeah, we're guests in Charlotte, and I was like, I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to go to LA. I've been there, done that. So I wanted to travel because everybody's like, I'm traveling to go to see Taylor Swift. I'm traveling to go see Beyonce. I was like, I
Yeah.
want to travel too. So,
Yeah. It was
but it
really
was
great though.
yeah, it was really great, right? It was so good. I was like, whoa! It was like so great to see her like just come away from the whole Destiny's Child and just spill over to her and Jay-Z. I've been covering those on the run tours for quite some time too, since they started it. Can't wait to on the run 3. But I was
Yeah.
like, wow, it's like I couldn't believe like how intense that concert was, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of intensity, you have a great style as well. You know,
Mhm.
and I was wondering, by the way, congratulations on all these articles. Untitled magazine is one of my favorite magazines. Sorry about that. That's one of our favorite. We love, all those magazines you've been book of. I love them. And I was like, look at Indy. So how does it feel to be recognized as a fashionista? Because I was looking at one of your TikToks earlier. You're walking on a treadmill and
Yeah.
changing outfits, changing outfits. How does it feel to be recognized by all these edgy fashion outlets?
It is crazy. I just saw something that I was in like the New York Times or something from one of these events a couple days ago, which was so
Yeah,
crazy to me. I I mean, it's crazy. I love seeing all of these magazines. My mom is actually the one who always shows me that I'm in these magazines because she's like obsessed with all of them. So she gets so excited and it's just such like a fun experience to like experience that with my mom. And she loves fashion too. My mom and my dad, they both have always loved like clothing and like they've always loved making clothing for people. They used to have like a workout clothing and then they had like giant pants so they are obsessed with fashion and they love helping me get ready for Fashion Week. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I definitely think for the past couple of seasons of Fashion Week is where I kind of realized like, wow, this is crazy that I'm here right now. Like all these like really crazy brands in New York, like insane.
yeah. And have you been to any other fashion weeks like in London or Paris or Milan?
Yeah, I did the Paris Fashion Week in February, which everybody talks about how February isn't like the best one to always do because it's always like the bigger one is like in September, which is kind of true, but I always love going in February, especially in New York. I'm from Massachusetts, so I always love going to New York when it's snowing and like in February. It's so fun, except when I have an outfit that doesn't go with the winter, that's when it's difficult. But it's so fun to go in February. But yeah, I got to experience Paris Fashion Week in this February, which was crazy.
And what were some of your favorite shows that you got to stop by and see?
My gosh, there I cannot think of the name right now. It was like I'm trying to think of the name. There was a lot of presentations in
Mhm.
Paris, which Paris is very small. So, like, everywhere I went was, like, super small. Um, I'm trying to think of this name. I literally cannot think of it. I'll let you know, though, if the brand comes back to my mind. It's
Right.
not
I'm
coming.
sorry. I didn't mean to put you on blast.
No, no, you're good. I'm not yeah.
No, that's awesome though, because I was looking at you and you really wear clothes well. You can tell that you have a very strong sense of style.
Thank you.
in your book of fashion spread, I was like, look at her. You had those boots on, those pants that I was like, whoa. So you're really into the fashion. Do you think you ever have your own line eventually?
I hope so. That's like my biggest dream. My biggest dream is to have some sort of shoe brand. I think that would be really exciting because I've always loved shoes. Um, but yeah, when I was younger, my style was terrible, horrible. Like I used to get bullied
Wait,
for
when
it
were you
like
younger?
all the
You're
time.
16 now, so younger was what, like 9?
Yeah, like 11 probably. Like
11.
11 was my like horrible style. Um I would I would have like this purple sequin jacket that I would always wear all the time. It was like a bomber jacket, and then I would do like unicorn leggings and like the most random like top ever. It never worked. So all of my friends would like pick on me and be like, "Your style's horrible. You got to change it. Nothing matches." And then one day, it just took me one day, and I came back and I had the best outfit ever. And ever since then, I've always loved fashion, trying to be pick my style, I guess, and find what I love. But yeah, hopefully a shoe brand.
So what's your shoe brand? Is it gonna be athleisure brand or activewear, or would it be like stiletto or
I am thinking it could be some sort of like fancier like sneaker and like boots. I love knee-high boots. Those are like my favorite things ever. So definitely some sort of like knee-high boot, like fancy sneaker, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, like everybody's doing like a platform sneaker. I think it's
Yeah.
yeah, everybody those sneakers are dope. I love the new Converse ones too. And 53, is it 5304? 50, I can't pronounce the name. Some of them, they go in and out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love, and then even Reebok is making a little comeback. They have some really cool
Mm,
sneakers too, the new ones.
I love
But
Reebok, yeah.
yeah, me too. um, let me see. So what was one of your I guess what was one of your favorite moments for this past fashion week? Did you get any good press or get to do any front rows? Because I know you said you like some of the presentations. Did you see any other presentations that were interesting in Fashion Week here?
Oh yeah, I went to so many. I went to Pandora, which was kind of just to like start off the Fashion Week. But that was super fun. It was for like their new diamond where it was like a fake diamond, but like made in the lab, so it was cheaper for people, but looked exactly like it, which was cool. And then I went to this one brand called Fossil. They have the best. I love their bags. I love their jewelry even more than anything. So that was a super cool event. And yeah, I mean, all of the shows that I went to were great. I love Alice and Olivia. I love Love Shack Fancy. Um, yeah, there was one, it's called Concept Korea. They have three different brands that came out, and it was so cool. Me and my friend Kylie, we were front row for that one, and we
Right.
got to watch. It's in Spring Studio, and they had so many like dance performances, which was crazy. Like they had this guy doing like a whole ballet like dance scene, I guess, when he came out, and it was so incredibly good. But yeah, I love Concept Korea. They have the best stuff.
Concept career. And what are some of the pieces that your go-to pieces from them that you would want?
From Concept Korea, I wore this really cool like black outfit, and it was like a kind of asymmetrical skirt, and it had this giant like red heart that was kind of looked like it had scribbled on. And then I wore these red boots. But
Look
they had
at
great,
you.
yeah, they had great stuff. They had like this amazing skirt. It's very difficult to like tell you like how cool their stuff was, but I'm so excited to go back to their place next year because I'm hoping that I can, well, I picked out from them this year, so I'm hoping I can pick out one of my favorite looks. I hope it's not gone by next year when I get to pick it out, but
All right.
yeah, I'm excited.
Nice. And then I noticed you like to do kickboxing and you like to box. I like to box too, but I actually like to paint too, so I paint my nose. I was like, I was painting. We make a lot of set designs and stuff for some of our
Yeah.
editorials. So when you're next time you're in New York, you got to stop by. We have a real cool like a designer space in the Bronx near Fordham University in the Little Italy area. So it's really
Mhm.
cool. So we kind of change it around all the time, and we have all these cool bikes and stuff like that. But no, what are some of the oh, I was gonna ask you real quick, since you're so tall, have you ever thought about modeling as well?
I have. I kind of wanted to do that when I first started Fashion Week. Then I kind of just decided that only wanted to go to Week to attend all of the shows and stuff. It just makes it a little bit more simple right now, but maybe in the future I'll start modeling. I don't know. I feel like it kind of all goes together, like singer, actress, and model. I feel like all work together, so maybe in the future.
Yeah, I can see you being a brand rep or a brand ambassador for Louis Vuitton. You never know.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
you have such a great look. How many do you have any siblings? I didn't when I researched you, I don't know how many siblings do you have?
Yeah, I have 2 siblings. So, I have an older sister, she is 18, and then I have an older brother, he's turning 20 next month.
So how
Yeah.
was it like growing up with them in Boston? And I mean, and what do they do? Not to get too I guess too
Yeah.
specific, but yeah,
No,
what do they do and how do they feel about their sister becoming this I am legend, so to speak?
yeah. Yeah, so I we're all super close, we're all, like, less than 2 years apart, and we also all did homeschooling together. So, we basically, I mean, we would travel a lot, and then we finally moved out to California when I was 8. So, we were basically the only people we had at that time, and we were all best friends. I'm still so close with them. We all still live together, and it's great. My brother is going to college now because he's 20, and my sister, she graduated cosmetology school when she was 17. So she's working in that field right now, and then my brother wants to be a coder. So he graduated his coding class when he was 18, and now he's into college, which is super cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's great living with them. I love it. I always know that I have, like, 2 people that I can fully depend on. And yeah, my sister, she kind of started doing the social media route, and then her boyfriend that she met, he was also in social media, but, like, he didn't really, I don't know, he was more of an actor, and he kinda
Mhm.
just got, like, dragged into the social media world, but then they kind of both stopped doing that together, and now they're kind of just living normal lives. Um, but yeah, my brother always thinks it's so weird whenever I get noticed in public. He's always like, "That's so weird that you just got noticed, like,
I
who
mean,
are
you're
you?"
pretty tall though.
Yeah, it's
You're
so
like
funny
five
though, yeah.
seven, yeah, you're 5'7", and then like you have a great look, and I love this new haircut you have. Did your sister do this?
Oh, she actually blew out my hair yesterday. I had, an event, it was like the Zodiac ball, so she blew out my hair for me.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, okay, because normally you have a curly hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Like, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years, or where do you hope to see yourself? Because I mean, you've done so many amazing things, and I mean, I've never seen such a young person be in so many fashion magazines. I was like, who is this
Thank
girl? Like,
you.
I'm so proud of
Yeah.
you, though. I'm so proud of you, though, and the way you rock those spreads, I was like, yeah, we got to get her down here because we would definitely love to shoot you for editorial because I feel like you have this je ne sais quoi. You have you have this about you, and you know how to
Yeah.
wear a knee-high boot.
Thank you so much. Um, yeah, sorry, I totally forgot what the question was.
Oh no, I said what's next for you
Oh,
without
okay,
talking. Yeah,
yeah. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping that the SAG strike will be,
gone.
whatever, yeah, like, I forget the word, but, like, settled. I hope that will be settled in the next couple of weeks. The Writers Guild got settled very recently, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, just auditioning. I absolutely love auditioning and coming out with more music. I love Hurt a Little, and I feel like it's where I'm heading towards my music now. But I'm older. I get to find out my voice and find out my sound, a lot more, I guess, because I understand it. But yeah, just putting out music and auditioning more, and yeah.
What are some of your musical influences?
Definitely, Phoebe Bridger. I love Taylor Swift, obviously, but yeah, she's great. Who doesn't? Yeah, so Phoebe Bridgers. I love Gracie Abrams. She's great.
Mm.
I also love Lizzie McAlpine. I love her music all the time. Like I I always keep coming back to her ever since I was younger. Like I just fell in love with her music. But yeah, she's great. So definitely all of them. They're my music inspiration.
And now you're on this new writing kick. It's kind of great because it sounds like you found your sound. Because I mean, I was listening to your song. I was like, I have to talk to
Yeah.
her. Because like your sound is so mature now, and it's like
Mhm.
you can tell that you know where you want to go and where you're headed, and I can see where I know exact. I can you know you can tell that you have a firm grasp on who you really are, which is
Yeah.
awesome. How did you know how did you come to this? Like from just being a close-knit family?
Yeah, I always kinda grew up I like a shy person in the industry. It was a little bit more difficult for me to talk about, like, where I wanted to go with my music or, like,
Mm.
what I wanted to do. Um, just because I was surrounded by so many adults and I felt like they always knew better. My parents always would allow me to do whatever I felt was most comfortable, but I never really could express that to other people in like the studio. Like if I didn't like a certain sound, I would always be a little bit more scared to say something because I was like 12 or 13. But growing up now, I my producers that I worked with on this song, I've known them for 8 years, so it's kind of like they can just tell when I don't like a sound. But I've been getting more expressive with that type of stuff, and I've been trying to listen to more music, and I have a wide variety of genres that I listen to, which is great, and it helps me understand, like, what I like for myself and what I don't like for myself. But yeah, just experimenting. I've been in this business for a while,
Yeah.
so kind of understanding with those type of things, but yeah.
Is there anything else that we didn't touch on today that you wanted to speak about?
Um, I don't think so, just my music, that's
Yeah,
basically all.
your music. I mean, I don't even want to jinx you, but but your music is like it's such a breath of fresh air to listen to somebody that I didn't realize how young you were. I just knew that I loved that song, and I just knew
Mhm,
that it touched me, and I love the vocality, your vocal range. I love the way you're playing with the falsettos, and I love the musical arrangements with the song, and I love the way you go in and out of pocket, and it just reminded me a lot of the EDM that I used to miss, like that whole
mhm,
EDM that goes, sometimes I love rap, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to get lost. So with
yeah.
your sound is like you can get lost, and it's like it's so beautiful to hear that. There's another young lady that we met recently that do you know Ray? I pronounced her name wrong. Ray, if they're from London. You know Ray King. She's that song Escapism.
I think so, yeah.
You should definitely check them out. They're a little more mature, mom and dad, sorry. But there's another her sister, I think Ray wrote that song Bigger for Beyonce. And then Absolutely is she has a publishing deal. She works with S10 and what is it? Simon Fuller and Jay-Z. So I think she's on this. She has like everybody has this dual contract, and this is what I was going to ask you too. Some people have a contract for publishing, some people have a contractual agreement or a deal memo or a record deal for singles. Are you interested in publishing and all that, or
Yeah, I mean, I always I always talk to my family about it and we always like discuss things, but I mean, I'm always, up for whatever.
Yeah, you should definitely check out the is it the King? Her name is Abby Keane, and she's from London. Her new singer name is Absolutely. You should check her out. She's really good. Because when I heard your song, I was like, it's like her music, she writes for her voice. And so if I like, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell that
Yeah,
you do the same. And it's so like Taylor Swift. And so it's a breath of fresh air to hear someone that writes their own music because they know how to handle the rank, the tone and all that and the
yeah.
track. So it's just beautiful. So when I heard it, I had no clue how old you were. I was just like, I want to talk to her. Do you have any other singles coming up like that? Like that singer, Her Little or anything in that?
Yeah, I haven't been able to get in the studio very recently, but I am thinking about this one new song that I want to release. So I guess you guys will have to stay tuned for that. Um, but yeah, maybe in the next like couple months.
All right. And do you think you can sing something for us from Her Little, like a little, like a little verse?
Oh, right now? Oh no, I'm not warmed
I know.
up.
I had to put you on the spot. I just love that song. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, you're okay. Um, I can try if you really want to.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I love that song. You're so talented. You should let us. You should let everybody know.
Oh gosh, okay. I literally am not warmed up at all. But okay, here, let me take a sip of my drink. Okay. Um, I don't even know how this is gonna sound, but okay. I'll do okay. Ready? Three. Um, can we trade places if just for the day? I wanna know how it feels to be okay. Still blows my mind that you're not even faced. What can I say? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hey, no, I love it. I love the melody. You're
Thank
so
you.
talented. I'm so super excited for you. I'm so happy for you because, and I'm like, wow. Every once in a while, I meet a Maggie or, Mackenzie Ziegler or a
Yeah.
some of the dance moms. But it's just so great just to be just, a person like yourself that's so talented and you know where you're going. I'm super excited for you, and the sky's the limit. Are you working with any community service organizations that we should know about?
No, not right now, but I do definitely want to start that.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and thanks for taking out time of your busy day. I know it's Friday, and we've been painting all night.
Yeah. Thank you
But
so much.
yeah, thank you too. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I look forward to seeing what the future holds for you, which is greatness, I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good one.
Bye. You too.
Bye.